Planning a fishing trip shouldn't feel like a full-time job. With fishingbooker.com, you can find and book the perfect fishing trip within minutes. Fishingbooker.com connects you with trusted fishing captains around the world. Booking is fast, easy, and secure, with access to verified customer reviews, loyalty rewards, and around-the-clock customer support. Everything you need to book with confidence is in one place. So head to fishingbooker.com and start planning your next fishing adventure today. Planning a fishing trip shouldn't feel like a full-time job. With fishingbooker.com, you can find and book the perfect fishing trip within minutes. Fishingbooker.com connects you with trusted fishing captains around the world. Booking is fast, easy, and secure, with access to verified customer reviews, loyalty rewards, and around-the-clock customer support. Everything you need to book with confidence is in one place. So head to fishingbooker.com and start planning your next fishing adventure today.
All right, welcome back to the Survival and Basic Badass podcast with Kevin and Chuck. Today we're going to talk about EMPs, electromagnetic pulse. So before we get into EMPs, looks like we had some kind of an election over this week. What do you know about that, Kevin?
I don't have anything to say about it.
No, nothing?
Nothing.
Somehow
we have like some sort of orange Muppet running the country, but I don't know.
Oh, no, it's all about orange Muppets. All right. Whatever. I think you just probably upset some people. They're probably happy
I didn't spray that fake tan on him.
I think there's some people that are happy that Hillary's not going to be running things.
Well, I'm in that crowd too.
All right. I know some people are upset. They wanted to see a woman president.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Putin, he
loves Donald Trump.
He seemed like a little weird about it, but yeah.
I think I foresee some like gay erotica in the future. There. Yeah. They seem to like really be into each other.
Man, you're just not nice.
Well.
Now, did you stay up and watch the election results, or what happened?
Yeah, well, I stayed up and watched most of it until I knew it was going down.
Right. So, 2 in the morning?
No.
1 in the morning?
No, not that early. I saw that coming by about 8:30.
8:30?
Yeah.
Wow.
As soon as they closed the polls in California, which was about 9 o'clock here.
Okay.
I saw what was happening.
You saw what was happening. All right. I like it. Yeah, no, I got like pizza.
Oh, you stayed up.
I stood and watched TV. I'm like standing by the TV, pacing back and forth. What the hell? What is going on? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't think anyone saw that coming.
No. So, yeah, no, I was a little blown, and I did kind of enjoy watching the people on like CNN and stuff like about to explode. They're all freaking out.
Yeah, they had no idea that what was happening.
Non-educated white people or non-college, educated white people, and I'm like, what? So the stupid whites, and they're just freaking out. Mm-hmm. Why are they all the stupid white people, are voting for Trump?
I think the real issue was that even the people that wanted Hillary to win more than Donald Trump were just not that enthusiastic about it and just didn't bother to go vote.
Yeah. No, I think that's right.
Nobody really wanted to write down Hillary Clinton's name and pull the lever on that. No,
because there's just too much corruption going on there. Mm-hmm. It just makes you sick. But
I don't know. I feel like I'm not 100% confident in his capabilities though. Donald Trump.
I don't know. I saw on the Facebook instead of the I voted today, I saw it with the I bought ammo today, and I was like, yeah, that sounds right. Mm-hmm. All right. So
the world is ending.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing. These are the things we prepare for.
Right.
Hey. All right. So EMPs. Mm-hmm. Now, EMP, is that a real threat? Is that something we need to worry about, or what do you think?
Well, yeah, I think so. I think, well, here, I actually got a quote that I wrote down from James Woolsey.
Okay.
Let me see here. Let me read this one by Roscoe Bartlett. He's the former member of the House of Representatives. It says, what happens when the grid comes down is there are surges of electricity that blow the big transformers. The estimate is that we could lose somewhere between 100 and 200 of these. That means that the grid would be down for a year or more.
Now, that's just if they shut off the power grid, right? Like if China hacks our...
No, that's
EMP?
like an electromagnetic pulse. What would happen is it would damage the infrastructure so much
Okay.
that they couldn't just turn it off and turn it back on again. They'd have to replace everything.
Right. Now...
And they're saying somewhere between, I think they're estimating 9 out of 10 Americans would die of starvation, disease, and societal collapse if the power grid was down.
Now,
For
societal
more than a year.
collapse, that's me shooting my neighbor? Or?
That's 90%, yeah, that's 90% of the people in the United States.
All right.
That's 300 million.
Yeah,
people,
that
so,
sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty big deal if it happens. How likely it is, it varies a lot, man. When you look at different, ask different people. Some people are certain it's coming, and some people are like, it's not even bother worrying about it.
How do they see this playing out? Like, what's going to cause an EMP?
Well, I mean, what's the things that can cause an EMP? It's not just a power surge. An electromagnetic pulse is not just from what do they call it? What they would do is detonate a nuclear weapon.
Okay.
In the stratosphere.
All right.
And that's basically everything in line of sight. So if you go up like 300 or 400 kilometers.
So what's that for American people?
In line of sight.
That's like 2 miles or something, 300 or 400 kilometers.
Up, yeah. No, for Americans, yeah, that's about 3 miles.
No, that sounds right. So, all right, I think
that's
actually
about 200 miles up.
Okay, when they came up with this, I think they were actually testing the atom bomb.
Right.
When they first kind of put this together.
Mm-hmm.
And the shockwave kind of thing. Now, we didn't have a lot of technology that had circuit boards and all this going on.
Mm-hmm.
But they noticed a few things were cutting out when they would be in the general test site. So they took note of it. And then I guess the Chinese kind of got hot on this and really were interested in developing like how to really... work this out to be an effective weapon.
Right.
Especially as the technology progressed. So the idea is, to take out all of America, I think they were looking at like at least 2 or 3 nukes.
Yeah. Well, what I saw was to do a thorough job. You want 24.
Wow.
Placed. But if you hit the right spots, you could hypothetically one of them could take out all of New England.
Right, the Eastern Seaboard or whatever, right, yeah. Okay, so they do that kind of thing. Now, what kind of country? So obviously we know Russia can shoot a nuclear missile. They have that capability.
Right.
China, they have that capability.
A lot of people are saying North Korea can.
With
a lot of people are saying
their
North Korea
testing
can.
they're doing now, though, it kind of seems like that might be something they're working towards.
Yeah, some people are saying that they don't have the capability to miniaturize the nuclear bomb
to
put it on a missile, but some people are saying that they do.
Now,
so we don't really know what their
told,
situation is.
Like, I remember they did a test, I don't know, it was probably about 6 months ago, North Korea, and they were like, oh, that test was a failure because it didn't go as high as they'd want it to go or whatever. But then later I heard kind of some news reports were like, well, that's the exact height you'd want if you were going to do an EMP.
Right.
It just wasn't the right thing if you were trying to, reach out and touch someone with a...
Right, it's not necessarily good for sending a missile to, blowing up New York City. But for an EMP attack...
It might be the right height if
just
whatever.
Just right.
Okay, so that kind of thing. Now, I guess what the fear, when they had that, when did they have that EMP commission they put together? They tried to, put everything together, lay it out, look at the possibilities. I don't have all the details right in front of me. I know I tried to read through that report, and it was a little brutal, is what I got to tell you.
It's a bit dry.
Well, what I found in the report is it was hard to make any sense of any actionable stuff you could do to prevent.
Mm-hmm.
But, to prepare yourself as like an individual. And honestly, it didn't really go into details about how the government would prepare to, harden their stuff. I know they said, the Humvees and stuff seem like they're pretty well hardened and good to go. But it's hard to, to come up with the right answers to prepare yourself. I did find a book I got coming that, has some details. Hopefully next week I want to do a second follow-up podcast, and we're going to get more into details of what we can do to actually protect ourselves, what prepping supplies you might want to add to your, preparedness arsenal, to protect against an EMP. I guess it doesn't help if you got your GPS, thing.
Yeah, if your cell phone works and there's no
even if
towers.
your GPS works, it doesn't really help you. So we're going to hopefully have some, step up your Faraday cage, how to step up all your supplies for the end of the world as far as an EMP goes next week. But right now, I really wanted to get into detail of what we should be afraid of. Now, one of the other things they talked about was somebody could do something as small as, I guess what their fear is. I mean, you and I were talking, there's no way people are going to come up with the uranium or stuff on their own. This isn't something you go down to the Walmart. I hear people say, oh, anybody could go out in a container ship off the coast and shoot a nuke off the, I don't think I could put that together.
No, I don't think
that doesn't seem like in the realm of my capability.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will say, getting off task just a tiny bit, like a scooch, I did read something way back about a tsunami. There's some freaking mountainside in somewhere where if they put dynamite, it would cause a tsunami that would come all the way over from like Japan or something. I guess that's in the Pacific.
That sounds pretty vague.
Somebody in Africa, I don't know. Mm-hmm. And we could maybe take it out that way. That might be a way to go. I don't know. I'm just saying there's other options out there. So we should be afraid of big waves. Maybe keep a life jacket under the seat of your car.
All right. To get back on topic.
Back on topic. All right.
There's EMP. A nuke is not the only way to do it.
Okay.
You can build a device.
An EMP device.
An EMP device.
Sounds genius.
They had that in that movie Ocean's 11. And I think Matrix, in the Matrix, they had that.
Matrix?
It's not really like a viable thing, though. No. It's not like it's less expensive or easier to get.
I remember Boeing had an article on EMPs. I'll see if I can find it, throw it up on the in the podcast notes for us. But they created a missile that could like take out like an EMP kind of thing for a building. Mm-hmm. And they could just like do really segregated. So I imagine that wouldn't be some kind of nuke if they could be that isolated. Right. So I'm sure there's a way to do it. I'm sure if you guys googly it. Oh wait, I'm told that I'm not supposed to say googly anymore.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not supposed to say the Facebook.
Oh, you're not?
Turns out the Facebook makes me sound old. And I was told,
you are old,
even though you think you're trying to be ironic, that I'm too old where ironic doesn't work for me. So just so you know about that, we might want to watch. We don't call it the Facebook anymore.
All right. Well, the other one the other one I wanted to mention now that's a little bit more realistic is a CME. That's a coronal mass ejection.
That's from the sun?
That's from the sun, yeah.
Okay. Now,
Obama issued an executive order in regards to this. This was October 13th, 2016.
All right.
To coordinate efforts to prepare the nation for space weather events.
Ooh. So are we coordinating? Yeah.
They just started. That's October 13th. That was a few weeks ago.
Oh.
But
That's something. Now, what I read was that if it was a CME, it would actually take out the power grid, but it wouldn't really destroy your electronic devices, most likely.
Really?
Like your cell phone might still physically turn on, even though it might not work.
Right. Well, unless it's plugged in charging.
I think right. I think what the deal was with that is they say that the power lines would kind of work as an antenna and take these waves, whereas something that small, the waves are just too big from the solar burst or whatever to actually affect the smaller things. So if the whole grid goes down and your phone still, turns on, maybe it's that. Or maybe trying to just hack the shit out of our freaking power grid. And it could have been that. So it could go either way. Now, I think one of the other fears they were talking about is maybe a country like Russia or even North Korea would get together with ISIS or Al-Qaeda or something and say, hey, we'll provide you with the equipment. You do it, and that way it doesn't come back on us. They thought maybe something like that might play out. Another thing, one of the books that I was listening to, I listened to a couple audio books. I don't know. I did that 1 second after. I'm only about halfway through it.
I heard a lot of people talking about that in regards to this.
I'm going to have to give it the thumbs down.
Yeah?
Again, I'm only halfway through it, so maybe I'm speaking too soon. It could be because I'm doing the audiobook, and the guy who does the voices is freaking brutal. So he's trying to do all these Southern girls, and it's an old man.
Yeah.
And it's just creepy. But still, I'm getting through it, and I did another Mark Goodwin book. He's that Days of Noah guy that I really liked. I think you can see him on the Facebook. He's Prepper Recon, I think, on Facebook. And Mark Goodwin, if you search him out, he's got his books I find fascinating. They have some religious overtones. He's dropping some scriptures in there. But he's really a great storyteller. And, so I think this, I don't even know what the new one is, but he's got an EMP one. And one of the things they talk about in that, anyway, the reason I bring it up, is after there's an attack on America, America's initial response is to drop EMPs on everybody else, because it even doesn't even matter. Just this way they won't fuck with us because they have their own problems. So China, Russia, the rest of the world, they just use our nuke submarines that are already out there, and they drop, shut everybody else down so it's a level playing field.
Right.
Because that way at least you don't have to worry about Russia coming over and going, so...
Yeah. So now what would a world look like where an EMP went off?
Sounds dark.
Yeah, well, dark, yeah.
We get to see some stars at night. They say the stars are very pretty when there's no...
basically the lights would go out.
What is it they call it? Light pollution? When we don't have any light pollution?
Won't be polluting anymore.
Then, really it's just better for the planet all around.
Yeah, no more fossil fuels burning.
I might be using some lead, though.
You're going to be sorry, though. You're going to be sorry that we put a halt to global warming when you're freezing your ass off in the dark. So... likely it won't be too long before the water goes down.
Okay.
Anything that's any equipment that's operating the water systems is going to go down. Water pumps and pressure pumps.
Now, what do you think? I hear a lot of stories about nuclear power plants won't be able to shut down properly.
I don't know. That seems like it makes sense.
Yeah, all the power outage, whatever, emergency shutdown generators, all those are not, they're all susceptible to the power going out.
Right.
That, I don't know. You have to kind of do your own research. Maybe next week I'll have an answer for you.
Right.
I guess that's all the more reason to tune back in like Batman.
Well, you'll be, banks, everybody's going to be down to zero again.
Oh, I like
zero. Whatever cash you got in your pocket, that's what you got.
Now, what's that paper worth? And
That's probably worth
in
a
a
lot at
barter
that point.
economy.
And at that point, the only person that's got $100 cash is,
for the first day or two.
That dollar is going to be a lot more valuable.
All right, but how excited are you to have somebody hand you $100 3 weeks in?
Oh, I don't know. I'd probably you can't eat $100.
No.
You
that
can't
brings
eat
us a silver coin if you want to get down to it.
That brings us down to another one: is transportation. Food's going to stop showing up in places.
I hear bicycles are
rotten.
big in an EMP world.
Yeah. But think about how many hundreds of thousands of people would die within the first 10 minutes. People in hospitals, on respirators, and things like that.
Diabetics.
Yep, that's done.
How do you keep your
Any
insulin
refrigeration?
cold? Yep.
Done. Your food's going to go bad quick. Grocery store is going to be empty quick.
Stupid people.
Stupid people are... Well, I mean, we could eat them, right?
We can eat them.
Now, I was looking through some stuff by R. James Woolsey. He was the former director of Central Intelligence. He was under Clinton.
Yep.
He said, potential adversaries of the U.S. regard nuclear EMP attack as the ultimate cyber weapon. Ooh. Now, this is something that he read out of a textbook, an Iranian military textbook called Passive Defense. And he said, the official Iranian military textbook advocates a new way of warfare that combines coordinated attacks by nuclear and non-nuclear EMP weapons, physical and cyber attacks against electric grids, and blackout and collapse entire nations. Now that's in a textbook called Passive Defense.
Passive.
So I don't know what the aggressive defense is, but that's right out of Iranian military tactics right there.
I think they call it asymmetrical warfare, where if they EMP America, they kind of level the playing field, and then we're all even then.
Right. That sounds very exciting, man. Sounds exciting. So now, there's a lot of confusion about whether your cars would start up.
There is a lot of confusion.
I've heard a lot of stuff different ways. People are saying that the engine would be protected by the metal frame of the car,
all right,
like a Faraday cage. I mean, there are a lot of plastic cars out there now. If your hood or your quarter panels are plastic, you might be in bad shape. Jets, planes, they might fall out of the sky, and the fuselage might protect them. So I know that the military has written up a pretty extensive assessment of the damage that would be caused by it, but most of it's confidential, and it's not, they're not spreading it around to everybody.
I don't like that.
So we're kind of in the dark as far as what exactly we can expect to work and not work.
Well, I know the consensus I see in fiction novels, and obviously that's the authority on, seems to be cars prior to 1980 seem to be circuit board free in general.
But pre-1980.
Pre-1980 as far as function. But that's only based on fiction novels.
Right.
So I don't know. I also have heard that the military did a test in the 90s. And they actually, had an EMP device and checked out all the vehicles, see how they worked out. And they said 90% of all the vehicles kept working properly.
Right.
And some lost, like, the radios, different things. But as far as turning on and functioning, some of them did. But I don't have that report in front of me. It's something I read a couple years ago. And I'm going to have to get back to you next week on if I can tell you what report I'm citing. I think you can kind of chalk this up to adding to your fiction novels. That's about the same amount of credibility.
Now, do you know anything about the Carrington event?
No.
It said it happened. It was a geomagnetic superstorm, 1859. And, it caused a lot of damage. It was out all the way out by Hawaii. It didn't directly affect the United States or any other major country. Just off the coast of the state of Hawaii.
Okay.
And it caused, huge blackouts there. Even though 1859, there was no real, electrical system. They said if that same sort of event hit the United States, it would be, basically the equivalent of, massive disaster, like a EMP.
All right.
So it's not unheard of for this sort of thing to actually happen.
Right. No, it's scary. And they said, what did we keep hearing, that there was one of these solar events in the 1800s, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's always
Mm-hmm. And my main reference to the EMP is we were talking about the nuclear blast, and I don't know if you are into video games, but I know Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 in the campaign they detonate a nuclear bomb in the atmosphere over Washington, D.C.
Oh.
And, it's in popular fiction, GoldenEye, the movie. They had it. We already mentioned Ocean's 11 and The Matrix.
Yep.
It's definitely something that a lot of people know about. But it's not something that many people take as seriously as it should be. They said they could spend something, like between $80 and $230 million and protect the infrastructure.
Yeah.
But nobody's done anything about it.
Yeah, well, come on. Yeah, actually, in one of the books that I was reading, they said, we give more money in aid to just Pakistan alone in 1 year that we could harden our whole infrastructure.
Mm-hmm. Well, think about that the next time you pay your electric bill.
You're like, Pakistan, they really are good to us. I mean, they did harbor that guy. What was his name?
Yeah, they kept him for us, right?
Yeah, well, there you go. So, I mean, there's always, you got to choose how you spend your money, right?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
That's right. Pakistan, they're right up there on the top of the list.
Yeah, you got to take care of people. They're good to us. We're good to them.
Now,
roving fields of terrorists, whatever.
Yeah. So some of the things that would survive an EMP attack.
All right.
Would be batteries. Batteries, another.
Batteries are
I'm always
safe.
Preaching stocking up on batteries. Keeping those handy.
All right.
We've talked about the cars possibly working. Small electronics are likely to keep working, but your smartphone's handy, but it's not going to be very handy if you have no service, and that's the situation you would be in.
And then I kind of got the impression that cell phones have antennas in them,
mm-hmm.
which make them pretty prone to being destroyed.
Oh, yeah?
But I don't know. Again, I haven't actually had my cell phone in an EMP situation.
Now, I did see somebody talking about how you can build your own EMP. And I was looking at it, and the more I got into the article, the more I realized you're spending thousands of dollars on a little piece of crap that you could walk up next to somebody's computer and mess their computer
up. Or could use a
taser. That's
taser.
about it. Yeah, it's about it. So that's not on my DIY list.
No? All right.
Yet.
We all have dreams. And, yeah.
Yeah. Some people dream of collapsing the American economy. Death to America and
George Soros, something, right?
George
all right.
Soros, Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton.
Whatever. What did they say? Hillary paid for Chelsea's wedding with the money they scammed out of the Clinton Foundation.
Yeah, that Clinton Foundation does a lot of good things.
We all have dreams, right?
Yeah.
So I actually, after doing all these audiobooks and research, me, I jump on everything and. Oh, I got to do this. So, my prepping went down another angle. So, I was like, well, what kind of things do I need for an EMP? So, I did. Now, again, next week we're going to get in a little more factual, science-based, kind of how to protect yourself. But the quick and dirty, what had occurred to me this week, what we should do, I got some Faraday cage bags.
Okay.
They look like Ziploc bags, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
They're foil looking, kind of. I don't know, whatever. How do you know? Mm-hmm. You don't know until... And how do you get your warranty back? Like, right. I bought those bags, EMP, end of the world. I thought I had a freaking radio in there, and now it's dead.
Now it's dead.
I want my money back. You know what? I'm going to leave them a negative review on eBay.
Yeah, I ought to start selling those bags.
Because, whatever. And then the guy's like, well, some people are like, yeah, it's supposed to be, EMP proof, but I put my cell phone in it, and when I call it, it rings. And I'm a little worried.
It doesn't sound EMP proof.
And I'm like, wait a minute, something's going awry here.
That's a way to test it, though. That actually makes sense.
And the guy's like, well, no, because I put a taser on it. And it didn't do anything. I don't know.
I don't think it works the same way.
So I don't know how you get to the bottom of this. I don't think you ever know until the time comes.
Right. And what else I was reading about this is the if you have everything in your house plugged into surge protectors and your house gets struck by lightning, all that stuff is safe.
Yeah, that's a bunch of crap.
But in EMP, that's not the case either.
Yeah, the surge protector won't do anything. They say that the pulse is such high voltage so fast, or such high current so fast, that it ends up going before it even trips. And, the protection. And the damage is already done, and you're taken out. So, again, I don't know. I haven't been through one of these. But...
All right, well, I think we can wrap this up here. We can come back next week. Talk about what you can do to protect your stuff.
Right, do you have any
bags
advice?
Not to stick things in. What surge protectors not to plug your phones into.
Because here's the thing. I'm a little worried I'm going to spend the money, buy the night vision.
And then it's going to be done?
I'm going to put it in the EMP bag. Be like, I'm good to go.
You have to wrap it in aluminum foil.
I don't know.
Another advice from the internet that seems very suspect.
Very suspect. All right. So, like I said, we're going to try and get to the bottom of it.
And
some facts for next week.
If you want to send us some questions we can look into researching, you can email
where would they send those?
preppingbadass.com or at gmail.com.
Prepping Badass. That guy sounds awesome.
He is awesome, yeah.
All right.
Guys can, if you're interested, want to do a little homework, you can look up Roscoe Bartlett. He's a former member of the House of Representatives. He is building off-the-grid homes for him and his family. He retired and just bought a big chunk of land in West Virginia. Kind of interesting character.
All right.
You want to reach out and touch us on Facebook?
No touching. Don't get too close. I think if they search Prepping Badass, they might be able to find us.
All right. Well, that sounds good.
Otherwise, stay safe, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Planning a fishing trip shouldn't feel like a full-time job. With fishingbooker.com, you can find and book the perfect fishing trip within minutes. Fishingbooker.com connects you with trusted fishing captains around the world. Booking is fast, easy, and secure, with access to verified customer reviews, loyalty rewards, and around-the-clock customer support. Everything you need to book with confidence is in one place. So head to fishingbooker.com and start planning your next fishing adventure today. Planning a fishing trip shouldn't feel like a full-time job. With fishingbooker.com, you can find and book the perfect fishing trip within minutes. Fishingbooker.com connects you with trusted fishing captains around the world. Booking is fast, easy, and secure, with access to verified customer reviews, loyalty rewards, and around-the-clock customer support. Everything you need to book with confidence is in one place. So head to fishingbooker.com and start planning your next fishing adventure today.